Hey, hashtag SpeakEasy Podcast listeners. Okay. So here's the thing. I heard your cries. I know you guys have been in my inboxes. My clients have been in my inbox going, how do we keep up with social media right now? Like, what are we doing at this point? And here's the thing. The way to keep up is by staying connected to the people that's their job to keep up. Like, that's the easiest way to do that. And so that's why I'm super excited about this episode. And listen, you may hear from Crissy on a few episodes because I just feel like we're going to need some refreshers throughout the year, right? And with that being said, hey, Crissy, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I know I just like set you up. She was like, wait, multiple episodes. Wow. Wait a minute.
I am down. First one. It's recorded. I am down. Yes.
So. Yes. Okay. So Crissy, let the studio audience know a little bit about yourself and then we'll dive into today's topic.
Okay, awesome. So my name is Crissy Conner and I have coined myself the Visibility Queen. I help brands and businesses really get more visible online because I feel like visibility builds influence, it builds impact, it builds stronger, deeper relationships, some that we don't even know about. And then it also builds growth, both personally and through our business. And so we do that through visibility strategies. Also, I'm always going to try to get people on video, but there are multiple different ways to get visible online, and we don't want to be unforgettable. And so the more that we can show up, the more our audience remembers us, and the more that we're top of mind when it comes to them needing that thing or solving that problem that they have.
Oh my goodness. So I wish y'all could see the video. I may have to put the video on Insta or on Facebook because her shirt says, I can teach you how to be unforgettable. And I'm like, yes, teach us, Crissy, teach us.
Yes. It's so important, right? I mean, nobody wants to be forgettable. And so the more we show up, especially on video in our face, the more we can become unforgettable.
But that's really significant too, because when we think about entrepreneurship, there's so many things that go on in our head. And one of those things that go on in our head is that the market is oversaturated. And it doesn't really matter what market you're talking about, but that's always one of the things. Oh, it's all of these different books out here. It's all of these different speakers. It's oversaturated. And so putting a plan in place to become unforgettable makes you say, I don't care who else is in the industry. They're not me.
Exactly right.
That part. Okay. So becoming unforgettable. Let's put a let's put a simple foundation on that, because somebody out there just said, okay, so let's be unforgettable. Maybe I should create an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm not on that platform, so I can't really help you there. Sorry.
So let's lay a stable foundation. Becoming unforgettable, the top two things, the first two things that you would tell them what it means when becoming unforgettable.
Okay, this is easy. Getting on video and being consistent with it. Because that's the number one thing I hear with entrepreneurs is they struggle when it comes to marketing their business is being consistent. And when we can show up consistently every single day without instant gratification, because we all love instant gratification, right? We love it. And when you can continue to do that without the instant gratification that the world we live in, that we want, that is powerful. Because so many times people do not understand the impact that they're making and they give up too fast. They're not consistent with it because they don't have the views or they don't have the likes or they don't have the comments. And it drives me crazy because I literally just want to shake them and say, listen, people are always watching. They're not going to give you the instant gratification. I went to a networking event last night. 2 people saw me. They knew me. They said, you're Crissy Conner. I have no idea who they were. I know people who comment on my stuff, but I didn't know them. but they knew me. And it's like, how much if I would have given up when I didn't get the views, the likes, and the instant gratification, if I would have given up, how many people would I have missed helping out? Like, I'm an introvert. I preach like introverts can get on video, right? And so as an introvert, if I didn't do this business owner and help business owner thing, I would not comment on content because that would draw attention to me. And I don't want to draw attention to myself. I do it now because I know the power and how much it supports and helps these other business owners. But the normal introvert Crissy would have never done that. So I have to realize my audience is normally not going to comment on my stuff. They're not going to give me instant gratification. But I know from the comments and the instant messages I get in my inbox that I'm doing my job, because they reach out to me and say, I saw that live you did. It really affected me. It really helped me. I don't know if you knew this or not, Crissy, but I've been following you for a year and you helped me get on video and I've never told you. These are the things that I hear. And so this is how I know it's powerful.
Okay, so Crissy, first of all,
that was a really long answer. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that was perfect. That was perfect. But
oh my gosh.
Crissy, my cup. And it says introverts unite separately in your own homes.
I need that. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to send you one, Crissy.
Yes.
Listen, I'm here for all of what you just said. And it's so important because, so I went to an event. It was a Facebook training in Baltimore, and I'm in the top of Maryland. I'm in Elkton. It's a little itty bitty town, but I went to Baltimore for this event, and I walk in, and somebody's like, "Hey, Altovise." Hi. Mind you, normally would not go to things by myself. That's just the introvert. Would not go to things by but I went, and several people knew who I was throughout the day. And then not only that, when I was going back to the train to come back home, the Uber driver's like, "You're Altovise." And I'm like, okay, this is creepy. And she's like, "No, I've been following you on social media." She said, "You do videos and stuff." She's like, "Oh my goodness, it's so great to see you in person." I was like, "Oh my goodness." So,
yes.
I definitely.
There will always be more people that don't do video than that do video. And so they wish they could. And so what are they going to do? If you want to be like somebody, like, you watch them, right? And you wish you had the guts. You wish you had all these things. I want to teach people to quit wishing and just do it. But it's never going to be 100%, right? We're still going to have people that are petrified of video and not willing to get on it. But I love that. I love that.
And you know what? So I'll ask this question. Yeah. What has been your most memorable flub when it comes to doing video?
Okay, well, there's been a lot. I'm just going to tell you. But I'm going to give you the two top ones. So I was doing a Facebook Live interview. Somebody was interviewing me. We were live on Facebook, and it was for their podcast. And my husband was downstairs cooking me lunch, and he set the smoke detector off. The smoke detector is right outside my office. And so literally, like, in between talking, I'm like muting. I'm like hitting the mute button. And then he would ask me a question and I'm unmuting, and I'm talking, but you can hear the blaring like going on. And the second time, this is so freaky. I was talking about Gary Vaynerchuk. I was talking about Gary V. And at the time I had 2 bookshelves behind my desk. And for some reason, in the middle of talking about Gary V, jab, 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 right hook fell off the shelf and smacked on the floor, scared the crap out of me. So the video is hilarious because I turn around really fast and the look on my face. But what are the odds? Like, he's not even a ghost. He's still alive. And his book falls off my shelf and slams on the hardwood floor while I'm talking about him. Scariest thing ever, but it was also really funny.
So I have to laugh because I have teenagers. And so live streaming and them setting off the smoke alarm. And then they would just come over to the screen and go, "Sorry, guys." I'm like, you can't make it up. There's no way to make this up at all. But I love that you shared that, because a lot of times people think in order for me to be consistent, I have to be perfect.
Yes.
And
that was a big one.
Know that is so far from the truth.
Exactly.
So far from the truth. So,
Yeah.
okay, with doing video and making yourself, putting yourself in the position to be unforgettable, it's an interesting thing because as entrepreneurs, that's kind of something that we're like always focused. We want to make sure people see us. We want to make sure, people know about our products, our services. And unfortunately, coming into the industry, a lot of times we get caught up in these, oh, just do this. Oh, just do Facebook ads. Oh, just do this. Oh, just do that. But I've seen such a significant change in what I've been able to do and who I've been able to connect with through video.
Mm-hmm.
But still, there's so many people that are like, oh, that's just another fad. That's just another thing. And I keep going, no, video's not going anywhere.
No. The time length of a video might change. Like right now, it's 15 to 30 seconds is really popular,
exactly.
right? But that's it. That's the only thing that's going to change. Video is just going to keep evolving. And I mean, like I said, little things may change, but video is where it's at. I really, truly believe, a lot of people got on the Clubhouse. I know you just mentioned Clubhouse. Clubhouse is great, but it's going to be a long-term marketing strategy because they can't see your face. They don't see the emotions. They don't see how confident you are. They just hear your voice. It's just like podcasting, another long-term marketing strategy. It's still great. It's still a part of being visible because it's your message and your voice. But when they see you on video and they can see your confidence and they can see you mess up sometimes, right? And they can see you being authentic, that there is nothing that connects us more as humans as seeing yourself and somebody else, like seeing that, oh my gosh, that's something I would do. Like when the book fell or the smoke alarm goes off and they're like, that would happen to me, right? You make that instant connection with them when I make a mistake or I flub and, whatever it is that I do. And it's just that emotion. You can see that emotion so much more on people's faces when they're on video.
I love that. And you talk about also the marketing diversification, which is really important in business. I think we get very, I'm just going to say this, SpeakEasy Podcast listeners, but I'm saying it out of love. We get very lazy in our marketing strategies.
We do.
And that's just it. And we think, oh, I'll just put out a link or I'll just put out a flyer and everybody's just going to run to my program or to my conference or everybody's just going to run to it because I put out this link because this link is just the most amazing link ever to be linked. And it just doesn't work at all.
Right. Exactly. It doesn't. And, and again, I'm not going to deny that I'm not guilty of, we've all put out crappy content, right? We've all halfway done something and just posted to post. We've all been guilty of that. But it's kind of funny because I had finally gotten LinkedIn Live after forever being salty about not getting it. So I was like, I will do more video than anybody. Well, then it wasn't moving the needle forward, right? And so I kind of slowed down. Well, the networking event I went to last night, they knew me from LinkedIn, which is a reminder, diversify, Crissy. You need to be on just more than Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. You need to be back on LinkedIn. I was putting content out, but I wasn't doing any more video. And it's just a reminder that people are always watching. People are always watching. People are always watching. And we get to continuously keep showing up as our face, preferably on video, and delivering that value to them, delivering our story, delivering why we do what we do, why we're passionate about, all of those things. It's all so important.
That's true too. I love that. And a lot of times people, it's just rush of information. So we have changes that happen in social media. Yeah. And when those changes happen, unfortunately, a lot of people start to get frustrated. They start to get angry. They start to because they're like, oh, they're changing something else. Oh, they just added something up. Oh, it's a new platform. And the reality is all of that falls under marketing diversification because who you'll connect with on one platform, you may not connect with on a different platform.
Absolutely.
And so I love that because we do open ourselves up. I mean, this is the opportunity to be able to be a global brand. You can get on any platform. And if you're consistent, you can be a global brand.
Yeah.
But we can't be consistent in foolishness.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And that's true. Like, and, I tell people too, you can't just post and run either. Like, if you're all in on a platform and you're going to be consistent, you actually have to engage. You can't just like post and let me run back over here to my favorite platform. Let me post again. Let me come over here. Or the people that cross post. Okay, I am going to knock this a little bit. But when they post on Instagram with 30 hashtags and it automatically goes to Facebook, because that's, posting in both places, like, please don't be lazy like that. Please post it at a different time, and please take all those hashtags off on Facebook. Please, for me, please do that, because it is the sloppiest looking piece of content on Facebook I have ever seen. And I'm just going to throw that out there. That is sloppy content.
I'm laughing at myself right now because I had to learn that lesson the hard way. And I just started doing reels on Facebook business page. And I was like, oh yeah, I can just go it. No, I can't do that. I got.
Yeah.
So it is going to take a little bit of work.
Yeah.
It is going to take some work. It's going to take a strategy. It's going to take a strategy. And when I know we talk about, we can create and change habits in about 21 days. But when they're just getting started, what is the minimum for them being consistent for, them to kind of get that momentum going?
So I always tell people you can't be consistent everywhere until you're consistent somewhere. So I suggest being consistent on one platform and, mastering it and then adding others in, because it's too much, even for me, to go in and just start posting on every platform if I haven't been consistent with it. Right. So once we get that consistency on one platform and we feel really comfortable, then we can add another. If you're already consistent on one, then go ahead and add that second one. Right. And again, we can work smarter, not harder, but also smarter, not harder, not sloppy, right? We can do it. We can repurpose content and make it work really well across different platforms, but just don't do it sloppy, like automatically posting it from Instagram to Facebook or something like that. So I think that's what I would suggest anybody do. Start one place, get comfortable, get consistent. Because if we're just halfway doing it everywhere, we're never going to see results, and we're going to be very frustrated with it. And what's going to happen? We're going to be overwhelmed. We're going to give up. That's what we do when we're overwhelmed. So I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I want you to start one place, be consistent, then move to another.
I love that. So, and I know right now we've had some major changes. So one being the whole Facebook to Meta change, and the fact that this change is actually going to bring some new opportunities for business owners. So I want to hear Crissy's take on this whole update and change.
Well, number one, the reason I do what I do is because I love change. So that's number one. And here's the number two thing. And I hear this a lot when Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, when they change their algorithm, when they have changes, it's actually a good thing, because number one, their priority, is to keep people on the platform as long as possible, which means it causes us as marketers or business owners, if you do your own social media, it causes us to up our game. It causes us to put out better content. It causes us not to just drop crappy content because we don't feel like putting out good content that day, right? It pushes us and makes us level up the content that we put out and what we put out there. And I think that is the most important thing ever, that nothing is ever going to stay the same in the social media world, because they're all trying to beat each other, right? Like everybody's trying to compete with TikTok right now, which is supposed to have, 1.5 billion downloads by 2022. That's what they just announced today. That's where they're going, right? And so everybody is like, what are we going to do? Like, Instagram is freaking out. That's why they prioritize reels. And now even Facebook is prioritizing reels. So it's this game, but at the end of the day, it's just making us up level our content. And if we can just remember it like that, like, well, this piece of content didn't do that great and it didn't get seen to a lot of people, then guess what? I just need to up level it next time and do better. I need to put more thought into it. I need to think about my ideal person a little bit more. And so to me, that's what all changes mean, no matter what they are across any platform. It's just making me up level and keep up on my game. It's not going to stay the same. And you know what? There's a lot of noise on social media. So honestly, if we can't compete against that, then we're going to struggle. We're going to struggle big time. And so again, that's why all the platforms prioritize video. And that's why I push video, because the majority of your competitors are not going to do video. So if you can get up there with the top, small percent that are going to do video, you're going to win. You're going to be seen. You're going to be heard. You're going to be visible.
Oh, that part was so important. I know for maybe years ago when I was talking to my clients about video, when video just started, when we just started having Periscope, a moment of silence for Periscope. A moment of silence, look, for Blab, Periscope, so many others. It's just,
yeah.
Whew. But, I was saying to them that look at how progress happens. Look at how things shift. We had social media shifted things for people. And if they didn't know how to use it, they were lost. Yeah. And they weren't finding that same level of engagement and new customer base. Yeah. We talked about how bakeries were closing, local bakeries were closing, but people were still buying cookies, cakes, and pies and buying them online.
Yeah.
It was crazy. A crazy concept to think about. And even now people are going back and reopening up shops, but social media has such a significant impact on business that you have to either understand it or get somebody who does understand it. Right, so that way you can go ahead and definitely add that to your strategy. Oh my goodness, Crissy, I have all the feels that I can go and reach out to and talk to. And when it comes to video, guys, trust me, them first couple videos have been deleted. They've been destroyed, never to be seen again. And I have quite a few more to destroy because I've been live streaming since 2015. So some oopsies and stuff there. But guys, it's just about getting out there. Like, it's just take the first step forward. And I love this. I love having Crissy on because Crissy has different challenges and things that she does to help get you out there. Like, don't think that you have to do this by yourself. Don't think that you have to go ahead and just jump and figure out how to, open up your parachute on the way down. No, that's not it at all. So Crissy, let them know how they can contact you for more information, especially if they're interested in one of the challenges, and also where they can find you at online.
Yeah, the easiest thing to do is letsgetvisible.com. It's so easy. Letsgetvisible.com. It has my free group that you can join. It has my 2 mini courses. They're free mini courses. One to get consistent on social media, one to work smarter, not harder, and explode your visibility, and then a daily visibility checklist. So it's like a no-brainer to download because you get a lot of value for free. And then if whatever my next challenge or workshop, whatever is, it will be on there as well. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. SpeakEasy Podcast listeners, this is all for you. Come on, this all for you. Okay, I won't do that to y'all, but this is all for you because guess what? It's about you elevating in life and in business. And so if you're not elevating, I want to hear from you. If you are, I want to hear from you. Leave us a review on your favorite podcasting platform or send me a DM on Insta at Altovise Unmuted, because again, I want to see you grow from each and every episode, you guys. That part. So I am here, Altovise Pelzy, host of the #SpeakEasy Podcast. And until next time, don't forget to press it out. See ya.